like this. That's it. That's a universal sign for stop, but it's very different than saying, hey, stop. Okay. You could just like go, just as soon as you do this, the other person is going to take a step back, right? It's energy, right? It's energy. And at that point, just go, I hear you. I understand where you're coming from. But in this moment, I'm just not ready to make that choice or make that decision. So if you need me to make a choice or a decision in this moment, you're going to have to make it for me, because I am not prepared to make a choice. If this means we can't move forward, then I guess that's the choice, and I'm okay with that. But I am not in any position right now to make a choice. I still need time, right? And I always say, just, kind of like give this, and it's not like, right? Very different. The two very, your body has a very powerful way of sending a message, right? But you're back here kind of like, hey, yo, I hear you. I understand. However, I'm still not ready. And a lot of times in a very intense exchange, like you were saying, I love what you said right here, right? It's just the construct of those systems being played out, okay, in this experience, in this exchange, because it's what they're familiar with. It's what was programmed in based on what they experienced in their, most likely in their childhood, probably the engagement between their parents. Okay, this is what they knew. I'll tell you one. And it shook me. This is years ago, right? Before I knew anything about personal development. I was 20, I don't know, let's say 20, maybe 22 years old. And I'm in a relationship, and it's just, very, very toxic, very intense, lots of fighting. And towards the end, it was just always, no matter how it started, always ended up with some fight. And I remember one time we were sitting at a table at a restaurant, and it was starting to get heated. And I was like, I don't even, who knows what I was saying, but I was doing this. I was like waving my finger, right? And I was like, you need to listen to what I'm saying right now. Let's just say that was what the words were coming out of my mouth. And she took a step back. I saw her eyes go up like this. And she's like, don't you point your finger at me. Right. And it was for whatever reason, I was like, why am I? And then I remember my father, every time he got angry, he would do this. Like, even my whole body posture is automatic. I can go into that instantaneous role of aggressor, right? And forcibly getting my point across by pointing my finger at you, right? And I gotta tell you, I came up for a reason, obviously. I never pointed my finger at anybody, or I mean, specific, and even another girlfriend, ever again. Okay. When and that's a beautiful thing about awareness. Sometimes it's all you need. Sometimes the awareness itself hits so hard. The realization was like, oh my God, I'm becoming my father. Right. And I got to tell, and I think that was probably one of the things that probably shifted me or got me from never doing it again. Because I had said, I'm never going to be like my father.